Alright, you guys, so what I'm basically gonna be reacting live to this Ancient Gear matchup. I only got to saw a little bit when I was at the event, but I want to be able to watch this entire match. So, let's just get to watching
in
this,
our
man.
7th feature match of the day from Salt Lake City, Utah, Corbin Diaz.
Playing, look at that,
His favorite
6-0, like 5.
He can play Passionate Duelist on piano.
Just undefeated so far.
Today in the red chair from Toronto, Ontario, Mert Osborne.
Same record, 5-0-1.
His favorite card is Marshmallow, and he says shout out to his mom. He knows he should text her. Duelists are ready. Let's send it back over to the casters for game 1.
All right, we're about to see again. Your eyes do not deceive
so
you.
Cool.
Corbin
Ancient Gears.
Ancient Gear.
Ancient Gear versus, of course, the.
It's just so cool to hear them talking about it. They're so. They probably could care less about the Feindsmith right now. They're just like, bro, Ancient Gears.
Surprising. We've got Valiant Crowler in the midst here.
I know. A PhD in dueling, and we'll see if Corbin has what it takes to show things off. Now, I am going to be completely honest. I have never seen this deck pop off like the way it has in this tournament, so we all might be learning together here, but again, it's going to be an incredible showcase here of why this deck has been overlooked. But let's go into Swiss round 7 again.
Round
Duelist
7.
Shuffling.
You would not see this.
Crazy to see
that
Ancient Gears on the
round
field.
7.
Now, there are a lot that the new Ancient Gear cards has to offer.
There are a lot of
disruption from the
Ancient Gear
hand
cards,
is
but
something
they're
that
not like all
very
crazy
good
like
at
that.
preventing. If they're able to prevent a lot of these key disruptions, and we know Ancient Gear cards, they're able to punch super hard.
Oh man, we thought Exodia had a great fist. This is a punch you do never recover from. But again, it's one of those things.
Oh, come on.
Where you would think, okay, there's these popular decks, this is what I should prepare for. How do you prepare for something so rogue like this showing up so late in the tournament?
How do you prepare for something so rogue? Like,
honestly,
it's like,
I think
it's not even, it's beyond rogue. Like, it's its own category, man.
What's going on. This deck is actually pretty good at going second. It's also really good at going first.
And it's good at going second because they think you're Tempai every time. And you don't even really need board breakers for Ancient Gears. You just play gas. And then you're just good. Because if you see Fortress, you don't care what they do.
Well, not once per turn sounds like one of the best effects for me. I don't know about you.
Oh no, really good stuff here. And again, Ancient...
I don't know why. Stop. I wish it would stop messing up.
Comes from that era where card effects were just a little different than they are modernly, but they do share a lot of stuff in common, right? The inability for your opponent to respond typically to different card effects, and just the fact that they are a battle phase based deck. And so we've seen how
normally I would have just like
has been in the format,
I probably would have just done it where they just started, but I just really wanted to hear what they were saying about it.
These giant monsters. I mean, Ancient Gear.
But then it just keeps messing up.
Has done well in the past by the Ancient Gear Strike structure deck, but this is insane to see somebody get this far. So again, Corbin must be an incredible duelist to decide he is betting his ability to go the World Championship stage on Dr. Crowler's favorite cards.
I think I really like just choosing your favorite cards and going with it. One thing I really like about the new cards, Commander kind of looks like Crowler. You know how the dual disc on Crowler?
Yeah, Commander does look like him. I think that was the entire point.
Right there, the Commander. It has that dual disc looking thing in the center, and I think the artwork's really, really cool. But there's a lot to go.
That was he was doing. But I had one guy that kind of I had one guy today where we're playing, and like before each round he was like,
that card
let's do it. I'm like, bro,
that's pivotal cards. And
that's corny,
like
bro.
Like,
we just play the game, bro. Like, it's nothing against him, but it's just like,
go into your
bro,
mechanized melee
that's corny,
the biggest,
dude.
heaviest
And then
to come out.
you just look even sillier when you lose.
Like,
I don't know, that's just my opinion.
Gear archetype, but we didn't really see a lot of noise about it. Maybe Corbin was just sitting in the lab, right? You got to have a PhD in dueling, of course, but jokes aside, this is a powerful Earth-based deck, and so it'll be really neat to see. And of course, because it's machine-based as well, you get access to all that cool machine support that has been piling up over time. And the most recent stuff, right? The Ancient Gear Dragon coming out of Battles of Legends Legend Terminal Revenge.
I wonder if he's even playing the Ancient Gear Dragon, because I've been testing with it, trying to figure out like the ways to get it out, and I'm just like, you're just better off summoning other things.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, do I put up a negate or do I put up a card that's going to give me some combo pieces? And most of the time you need to get the combo pieces out into the field.
Let's just say they're a little bit more protected against those
particular. Bro, shouts out to Corbin D, bro. You're crazy for playing this deck. Like, oh my god, man.
Again, this is the North American World Championship qualifier, so it may be that our Canadian advance.
I'm just really happy about
these duelists have done so good to get
this because it tells Konami that there are people out here that actually care about this deck, and we're tired of waiting like so long for like support for it. You know? And you give it actual decent support, nothing even crazy. Like, there's crazier cards that they could have gave it. But they were just like, we'll give them okay things. And then we still have to wait for Statue. We need a Fortress reprint. It's just like, come on, like, give us more, please.
I believe Mert is going first, even though Corbin won the die roll.
You too. Interesting here.
Well, you mentioned how this is like a very...
Okay, so right now it looks like Advance
battle phase oriented deck.
Advance Golem.
And, I guess if you guys
can't really see
a lot
the hand.
of those ancient gear golems, they do.
I know I can clearly see Advance and Golem, which those two are okay, but
sometimes you can't actually respond with spawn trap cards.
Sometimes not even monster effects, depending on which one it is. But Merchon gets to activate a monster effect without issue here.
Yeah, it's gonna do the
Snake Eye combo here.
Boring ass Snake Eye combo. And he does have the Feindsmith stuff too, so that kind of makes it even crazier. Because all you need, all they need is two generic monsters. Like, I feel like them making
I mean, there couldn't be any other battle phase.
Them making this Moon of the Closed Heaven, that was a mistake. They shouldn't have made this card. But then again, it's Konami. Like, what if they literally just made this card so they could sell the hell out of Feindsmith just for at the end of
well, what if you play against something you completely
the next ban list, they just immediately hit this. I mean, it's a common, everybody's got it. I wouldn't be surprised. They're like, alright, we sold all our Feindsmith, ban this.
Well, we also know because of points
but
of interaction.
I don't know. It's too new. I don't think they will.
Whether it is, Ash Blossom Joyous Spring.
But who knows? Konami's crazy sometimes. You never know what they got planning up there.
If you don't know the deck, you don't know where the choke point is, and so you don't really know what it is that you should stop. You just see something.
I think that's what Corbin's advantage is. They don't know what the fuck you're doing. They just don't know. And that gives you so much advantage. That's why so many games when I play hero and my opponent just does not know what the heck I'm doing, you win like almost every time. You know? But if you have anyone with the slightest idea what your deck does, that's still better than them not knowing it at all. But do they know what they're playing against? Do they just know when they walk up what they're playing against? Like immediately, do they kind of tell them?
We're going to go back into the deck here and spin out the Snake Eyes Flamberge Dragon.
I mean, this is a high-level Yu-Gi-Oh! Here with Feindsmith Snake Eye. Interweaving the play is probably one of the best things you can do. And leaving that Flamberge onto the field is essentially insulating yourself against
the Moonchild. That's...
If your board gets wiped, you do get to follow up.
There's no reason why Snake Eye should have this combo.
Very pivotal here.
Certainly Nibiru always has an impact, but a lot of great duelists have been just playing through it because it shows that you can't just win with one card. You're definitely going to need multiple ways to interact.
There is definitely hand traps that just say, oh yeah, I win.
As Bertrand takes a look at the grave,
literally if I play a deck and I see Shifter, I just go, looks like my opponent's going to want to go to game 2.
Full combo from Feindsmith Snake Eye. We're going to proceed with a late summon.
Please, I really would like for this to stay synced up.
Committing it.
There it goes.
New change. Flamberge in one.
And just some very familiar Snake Eyes plays here, of course, bringing out the Snake Eye Oak and using it to bring out the Snake, or Scooby. Those come out from the Flamberge Dragon.
I mean, the board is being built. We're going to see where this one's going to end up.
I hope Corbin does well day 2, because after this round, it didn't matter. Like, he could lose the next 2, and he still has a very, very high chance of a guaranteed spot in day 2. So he just has to do very well in day 2. I guess the only disadvantage now about having a feature matches like this is that everybody knows what you're playing now. So if there are like high tier players, which there will be the next day, they could literally just keep watching this live stream over and over again, just learning what the deck does, or even finding videos. Like, where do you stop them? How do I do this in case I play this player? That's like the only disadvantage you have now about being in a feature match. They've seen your face, they've seen your deck, so if they sit with you, they know what you're playing.
Basically access to every single.
And then again, it's a feature match. Like, why wouldn't you want to try to be in one? You know what I'm saying? It's like recorded history at that point. So I could understand why you always want to be in a feature match. I mean, anytime I have the ability, I click it, but I pick the option to be there. But I feel like the only time I will get in a feature match is if I'm playing like heroes and I'm doing very well with it. I think that'd be the only time. And what really sucks now is, like, I guess I really can't use my ulti Aqua Dolphins for big time tournaments. So now I just have to use the ultra. It almost makes me not even want to do my Aqua Dolphin combo line anymore with Aqua Neos, because that kind of just bums me out. I'm like, I wanted to use it because it's ulti. Like, what's the point of me?
Judge confirmed the card effect. New cards, as you just said.
Brand new stuff there, but looks like Feindsmith sequence going back into the extra deck to show up later in the duel, and Feindsmith and Graver on the field.
Feindsmiths, man, that's crazy. Put your resources back.
You never know what's coming at this house of the duel. Nothing strange here yet.
Now we're going to take the 2 monsters that are not Appaloosa. We're going to continue to link summon them. Which monster are we going to come up with? It's pretty generic. We got ourselves a Diabell Star, and we are remaking Sequence. Now, Sequence, I believe that one is not once per turn. Only Requiem is. Now we're going to use the effect of Sequence.
Oh, wow.
We're
Shuffle the Moonchild
for 3.
For 3. And that's like the... Yeah, that's the big guy.
We're going to see a little bit of a Desiree play right here. That's 3 material. That's not...
3 Life Fiend? It's this guy right here. What does it say? Engraver, 2 Life Fiends. Quick effect, you negate the effects of a face-up cards on the field up to the total link, bringing a monster put to this card. So like when you have, like if they go Dark Ruin no more, you just chain with something and then you go this effect and negate the card. So this is why this card is able to negate things like Dark Ruler and things like that. It's literally crazy. Or if they don't activate something when they go Droplet, let's say they only sent monsters, you can just respawn with the spell or trap, then use this to negate the Droplet. Like, that's absolutely crazy.
Continue on. We're going to try to push forward into the Snake Eye side of things. Now note that there is still the copy of on the field. That is a link 2, and without any type of restriction, that can quite easily climb into the...
I guess the only problem with the...
This is a very secure board. There's going to be a lot of and once we put that sequence to the graveyard, I can't imagine...
Would it be Desiree?
Not coming back onto
I guess the only issue with Desiree would be if you start with Fortress, and he chooses to negate the Fortress, and then I guess that'd be the only problem. Because Advance gives you Fortress.
Let's see how comfortable he is.
So I guess depending on what he draws, I didn't see the other 2 cards. I just know there's a Golem and an Advance. So if he starts his turn with Advance, that can at least get you to...
I want to see the surprise here, but we are continuing
a Catapult or a Fortress or a Fusion.
And now we go into the Promethean Princess. Promethean Princess being on
the
the field.
Board.
I think we're going to see another interesting play here because we have Desiree. To use Desiree on the turn 1, we can just negate our own Promethean Princess to get out of our own Firelock so that you can use the maximum material from that card.
You can use the Desiree to negate...
Or maybe just get rid of it quite quickly and just...
Princess? So what, so then you don't get Firelocked anymore or something? Is that what they just said?
What we've got so far, again, Merchant has taken... so much of the board here, right? Just establishing so many great cards, but he doesn't know what's coming yet. No, it might be one of those things where it's a commentator curse. Maybe it failed to launch. But you don't get this far in the tournament with a deck like Ancient Gear without really knowing how to play through different scenarios, just like the one that Merchant is presenting right here.
Yeah, I know. Like that's most likely an Appo for 3. You got you got basically an on-negate on face-up cards on the field. You're gonna have a little SP most likely with the IP.
Are we turning off our own Promethean Princess?
I think we are.
We're gonna negate it, and we're gonna take away the.
So you can literally negate it, so you're not fire locked.
I don't think that is what you want. But okay, we're leaving Promethean Princess up. That's very interesting.
All right, now here's where it gets different, duelists. Get ready for a wild ride. Even we don't know what to expect again. But this
Let me see the hand a little bit.
Either way.
We'll start by activating Magical Hound. We're going to target here.
Magical Hound, let's go. I play that card.
Look at the gasp from Merchant.
Magical Hound is going to get rid of one of the spell and trap.
I love Magical Hound.
Face up, and that's going to be returning it back to hand, and you get to summon out this machine tuner straight from the hand.
Sequence.
You were right. Merchant was not ready
Target
for this.
sequence. Come on, why do you want to mess up now that
He's
it's
just
the
gonna have to
Ancient Gear
play
turn?
it like
Wait
jazz.
a second. What are these cards?
That's not Senpai.
Yeah. Also, Magical Hound.
And it's a tuner. That's the funny part. So if you're able to make a synchro,
Magical Hound can also activate the graveyard too.
It's a really good card. Again, there's a lot of overlooked cards because people, they like to play what they like to play, but we're going to see how good
please, come on, stop messing
Gear
up,
is
bro.
shortly.
Magical Hound, fantastic. I think we're attempting to get rid of the sequence.
And he lets it go.
We will.
Okay, we got rid of the sequence, so that Desiree does not have the negation anymore.
Interesting.
And then I can't set the rest of the turn.
That is going to be an Ancient Gear spell card.
Now he cannot
Ancient
set
Gear
for the rest of
advance.
the turn, though. That's funny. It is basically
And I'm
just
guessing
going
he's
to
gonna
be
grab
all
Fortress
gas and
with
no
that.
breaks from here on. Looks like it is Ancient Gear.
Ancient Gear advance.
Advance. Okay, so Ancient Gear Advance will not. Well, basically, you can't set cards for the rest of the turn, but also when you do perform a tribute summon of the Ancient Gear, you actually don't have to tribute anything. You just normal summon out the Ancient Gear monster.
So reading along with Mert here.
Grabbing Fortress. Grabbing that Misk, boys.
This card is activated.
What's it do?
Add
Oh, it's
Ancient
Misk.
Gear spell or trap from your deck to your hand, except Ancient Gear Advance. Once per turn, tribute monster, draw a card,
Ancient
apply
Gear
this effect.
Fortress.
You can normal summon another Ancient Gear or level 5 or higher.
They please, Konami, reprint this goddamn card, please. It's so expensive for no reason. It's Ancient Gear Fortress is just a common
And
for
now
a deck
we
that's
also
worth
got
less than
Fortress
$10.
into our
Like,
hand.
please.
That's the spell card of choice.
Oh, what sleeves is he using? Because it looks like they look like they're silver. Did he link off the? Is he linking off the Hound for like Karibo or something?
Graveyard. Yes, gonna get Ghost to Ogre. Wow, that's that. Oh, that.
Called by the Grave. Oh my God.
That could hurt. Oh, wow. The one-up called by the Grave.
Hey, you called it right. That could hurt, but Called by the Grave is going to point that finger across the board and say,
Get that bitch out of here. Get that bitch out of here.
this is staying on the field.
Oh, yeah, you also got that one card draw from, I believe, Magical Hound.
Activate Fortress.
Now we're activating Fortress. So, Fortress, during the turn,
Oh, no, you lost.
they were normal summon.
You let that resolve.
Normal or special summon. You cannot
Oh,
target the Ancient Gear
catapult.
monster with
You can't
card
respond.
effects, and they cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects.
You can't respond.
Well, the Feindsmith Desiree may come into play. Remember, it is non-targeting negation there, but
It doesn't matter. You
Your
can't
opponent cannot
respond.
activate cards or effects in response to the activation of Ancient Gear cards and effects. We're talking about complete lockdown of any additional disruption when it comes to leaving that card on the field. It's very, very dangerous.
Really cool stuff to see. You can see how he got this far without the ability for his opponent to respond between the Ancient Gear Fortress and the Ancient Gear Advance. He's
and
easily
it's gotta
able to add that
be
Ancient Gear
Commander to discard it.
Now we got
because he must have the trap in his hand.
That's a lot of monsters on the field. And what's scary about having a lot of monsters on the field...
Oh, man, please.
But there are multiple Ancient Gear Golem-esque monsters that can attack multiple times. In fact, some can even attack all your monsters.
He's adding another
not
fortress?
A small monster.
Big damn.
So add fusion, add fortress? Why?
Without the ability to respond, that sounds like the combination for a
He must be wanting to
so we're gonna be adding
discard something else.
Oh, I'll add these now.
So that is the effect.
He's got to be discarding something else that he can benefit off of. He might want, I guess he wants to pop one of his fortresses so he can special an Ancient Gear at the hand of grave.
Golem, if that manages to come off the field, you get to add
Discards regular Golem.
And or Gear Town, so the sky's the limit in terms of choices.
Activating another fortress.
Going to add another copy of the fortress there just to be protecting that monster.
Ancient Gear Fusion has been activated.
Right, because you just have Golem.
Ancient Gear Golems in your deck as material. Otherwise, you're going to have to do the regular fusion, and we're just going to launch them into the graveyard.
No, you're right. Sorry, I'll just send it.
Ancient Gear Commander?
Frame. I don't think he wanted to send the frame, but I guess he's like, it doesn't matter.
Hey, there's that glorious duel disc across its chest.
Yes.
Yeah, it's right.
How many materials are we going to go for here?
He's going to go for 4. I mean, you can make Chaos Giant. Like, the only reason you'd go into Ultimate Golem is if you had the trap, but I mean, Chaos Giant can swing at everything.
Yeah, I know, I connotated towards that. There, I should have read it. Looking for that guy.
So is it Ancient Gear card effects on the field or anywhere?
And we're taking so many of these monsters as fusion material, and that is going to be
Chaos Giant. He's dead, bro. You're dead.
Ancient Gear Giant.
Unaffected by spells and traps, and because it was made by Fortress, it can't be targeted, it can't be destroyed, and once you go to the battle phase, you can't activate any monster effects. So that's why I guess this deck would be good against Tempai. So if you sat on top of Giants and they go battle phase, and you're like, cool, you can't activate any monster effects.
Monsters your opponent controls once each.
What's the damage? What's the damage we're looking at here?
Big numbers, because when it attacks the defense position monster, not that there are any, would also do piercing damage. It is the perfect card to get through here.
Is anybody reading this?
Is anybody reading this card? He's literally saying,
everybody, he asked the crowd, is anybody reading this?
100 attack points and attacks every
45.
You cannot activate their effects during the battle phase. Okay.
We are. This feels like the
go to battle phase. There's nothing you can do, bro.
Tempai Transcendent Dragon.
It definitely does.
There's
The battle
nothing
phase
you
is
can do.
dominated by more than just one deck. There's a lot of great options out there, and so that Chaos Ancient Gear Giant is here to show exactly how Corbin got this far in the tournament.
Forbidden Droplet. All right, we're acting Forbidden Droplet onto, and we're sending away the Promethean Princess.
Are you just trying to make something bigger?
Trying to get rid of it, though. Mert is not out of the duel yet, so during the open game state, going to go ahead and bring out the Ivan Masquerena.
It is unaffected by spells and traps.
Yeah, the Chaos Giant
Just
doesn't
put
care.
a smaller monster onto the field.
And then you can mark it. So yeah,
So it's still 4,500.
Still huge.
Well, as Dr. Crowler always says, this might be a lesson in how not to duel, because again, you see this, you're going to have to get rid of it without a spell or trap.
Welcome to Slifer Red, Mert.
Welcome to Slifer Red, Mert.
I doubled down on that. I don't want you to touch this map.
We are going to go into a massive battle phase. Last I checked, 800.
What? I guess he can make access code, but just to make a bigger monster.
Is not bigger than 4,500.
I guess Chaos Ancient Gear Giant could go ahead and take the Forbidden Droplet and feel no effects afterwards.
We are trying to clear off as many monsters as possible. We got to get rid of all the lowest attack monsters as much as possible right now. This is crucial. And I don't think that Flambird is going to be summoning any... additional monsters in that battle phase when it's sent to the graveyard.
You do not want to put anything in defense mode when literally you're about to get hit by maybe 4,000 or more. Piercing battle damage, this is insane.
But now everybody's gonna know what this fucking deck does.
What is that?
That's a 4 and a 2.
Oh, I need to make a 3.
Yeah.
Actually, one more.
They can't go into the Axis Code Talker either.
I'm out of my mind.
Oh, now we can. Now we can.
Bird
Okay.
admitting that he is out of his mind here. We are too, just seeing some incredible plays.
Okay. Now that Axis
Start at the
Code can be
Apple.
very
I guess it can still get boost, right?
big
Because
because
you
there
made
was
it.
a link 4 uses material that's going to add 4,000 attack points to it. That is bigger than the Chaos Ancient Gear Giant. Not Giant, but
And he still hasn't normaled. Normal frame.
Oh, but we're not done.
No, I don't think you would ever be done with a deck like this.
Ancient Gear Frame has been summoned onto the field.
That's normal.
That one is no more.
And you can discard one card to add one Ancient Gear Golem or one spell or trapper that lists Ancient Gear Golem in its text from your deck to your hand.
Change it to resolve. I'm just gonna look at
Yeah, okay.
You started your turn with Hound.
We're taking just a moment to read through the cards for next turn. Again, that Magical Hound did so much to get us set up in here. And again, the Ancient Gear Frame just showcasing that this is...
So, like,
played the deck has
does
is not a
the
one-trick pony. It
because I
has
thought the
some subsequent
golem
options,
was
and now we're going through the
normal
deck to find
summon. No,
exactly
he
what the
no
next option is.
he had catapult. Yeah, he
I think
never
it's
normal
confirming the
summoned.
summon
That's
count
right.
at this moment.
Hound specialed itself.
Like, is that something
Catapult for
legal?
golem.
Is that what they're confirming?
Yeah, normal frame.
Search for ancient.
I think it was legal. We're gonna get the search for the trap card.
Why is he grabbing the trap? Does he have another way to fuse?
I think that's either Ancient Gear Drill, or sorry, Ancient Gear Duel or Reborn.
Duel.
Well, I guess we're about to find out. It looks like we're going to go...
And then banish commander to activate it straight from the hand.
And banish the Ancient Gear Commander.
And then this guy, while he's out, my ancient gear monsters are unaffected by
Ah, it's the Ancient Gear Duel, making the monster unaffected even further.
I think just locking your opponent out from so many effects is just insane, incredibly powerful. Definitely everyone's rooting for Corp.
Catapult's only. Oh, that's a. No, catapult's only once per turn,
And
either
Logan,
or
you're in the
effect.
crowd.
Well, I don't think they've seen anything like this before.
Yeah, I did this off this.
Oh, I don't think they're. I don't think
For
they're
those in the crowd
catching
who
that.
Don't know what the card does. Again,
He already used catapult on its first effect, unless I'm tripping.
Monsters that
and
mention
you
in your
can.
monsters are
I gotta read the
unaffected
damn.
by
I gotta read the
opponent's
card myself.
activated monster effects. Ancient Gear Duel is pushing this to a new level.
I think there's a little bit of a wall from the Axis Code Talker. Definitely coming in very, very clutch to wall off at the moment.
Hold
If you're
on.
staring down a big monster, the
I
only thing
don't. I guess the judges didn't catch that.
you try to do is make an even bigger one.
Yeah, but gear effects better.
Ooh, we got another
Ancient
monster
Gear Catapult.
onto
If you control the
field.
monsters, target
like
face
the
of card you
reactor
control,
dragon.
destroy it, special summon from your deck in normal summon conditions. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target face of card you control, destroy it. Special summon. You can only use one
just trying to
Ancient
lock
Gear
down
Catapult
the entire battle.
effect
Is there an attack
per
on the base monster
turn,
on attack, and that
and
would trigger
only
Axis
once
Code?
that turn.
Would do it.
So I don't think he was able to use both effects, and I don't think the judges caught
There's
that.
no targeting. There's just so much saying.
Oh man, that's kind of weird. I don't think that. I don't know. I don't think that was a
Can't
legal
do
play.
this, you can't do that.
Well, it is the deck the teacher runs, right? He is.
But then again,
he
no
needs
one
to
knows
make
what
some
the-
rules here.
Ancient
Did
Gear
no one knows
Blizzard
what the
has
cards
now
do.
summoned onto
And that's wow. That's kind of crazy.
the field with Link Summon, and I believe we're going to be adding a ancient, like rather a low attack monster to hand, or is this going to be an Ancient Gear card?
He's gonna
I
make-
thought it was going to be Ancient Gear box, but
I hope I'm
that's
wrong.
just for the Earth machines. We're
I
not in
really
Earth
hope I'm
machine mode at
wrong,
the
but
moment.
I
We're
don't.
playing
I think
Ancient
that was
Gears.
an
We got
illegal
Gear
play to
Town.
banish the catapult.
effective.
We're going the distance.
Destroy it.
Effective Ancient Gear ballistas, and we're going to destroy the Gear Town.
Yeah.
Now, certainly by getting out another level 8 monster.
Oh, I think the judges are reading the catapult. I think they're reading the catapult.
For the opponent there, maybe accessing the extra deck to do something interesting to get rid of the access code talker, so it's no longer on the field.
Bert needs to stop picking up the card, bro. That would irritate me.
Unfortunately, that access code talker cannot be destroyed by card effect. Remember, it was summoned through IP Masquerena.
That's true.
It doesn't matter. It's making its attack 0. It's not destroying it.
Destruction might not be the answer here. But we did get destruction.
Okay, they're going back. Okay.
No. I'll get enter battle.
Yeah, we're gonna enter battle phase.
I knew I was right. Because they were like, no, you can't use the other effect.
It seems like, oh, we don't get to the maximum push. Okay. We're passing turn here. We can't break over that access code talker.
So just a big monster was enough to get it done?
To destroy that, yeah.
Okay. Seems like we're playing the game of numbers now.
Okay, they did catch it. Alright. I was going to say, I was like, oh, wow. I was like, hopefully he didn't win off the illegal play. But good job on the judges for catching that. Even though it's Ancient Gears and I want them to win good, but it's like, I was like, oh man, please don't tell me you won off a fluke. That's good. They caught it.
Access code talker will help quite a bit with a graveyard loaded up with different link monsters and attributes.
Yes, Captain.
Does anything happen when it dies?
No.
So nothing will trigger when it dies.
Wow, there's just so much going on here. So many monsters. I think Murph revolved that play, or managed to kind of come out of that just at the skin of his teeth.
So the crappy thing about the golem
he made
now.
it to the other side, but that's all you got to do. So again, unfortunately, access code talker, if you're an Ancient Gear stand, it is going to go ahead and beat down that monster. Now, again,
Apo, pop a fortress.
for
If you're
those of
popping-
you watching at home, there was procedural error minor for the illegal activation of that Ancient Gear catapult, but don't worry, it is not going to affect anything.
Yeah,
it is just
popping
a
the
warning.
duel is good. Don't pop the fortress. That's silly, bro. Effect.
It's crazy. Pretty good.
Bro,
I think
just
the
grab
emotions are
golem.
sort of tempered down
And it can't
now. We have a
respond now.
simplified game.
Dark golem, grab 2. It's like I get when it's his turn, you can't respond, but you're better off just clearing all the monsters away.
Access code talker, what a great card, and showcasing something that really you don't think about. You think about the big attack.
We're adding a town. Yeah, add a town and then something else, discard it, because then you can have the town and pop it with catapult next
Your own
turn.
life points were just a big monster and a clutch like
And now he has to threaten something
That was
else
an incredible turn.
with the
I was a bit surprised
talker
at the
because
outcome, but here
it
we
can't
are
be
still
targeted this turn
in the Swiss
or destroyed.
Round 7, game number 1.
Yeah, even though it's his turn, you can't get rid of it. Why a defense position though? I mean,
sort of beside himself.
he already went to his
He
battle
lost
phase.
The Flamber Dragon without any effect because that was just a little bit too dangerous to kind of do anything.
He banished a dark, and I can't remember the other
I
link
think
he
you just
did.
can't
So
respond for the most part.
I guess he doesn't want to
It's
banish his
crazy
princess.
walkout in that battle phase. It feels like 10-5, but you're not 10-5. We're just a bunch of stones put together.
Big old Earth machine showing that the old ways are still good. Again, Ancient Gear, incredible.
That's
to see
probably
after
an
all
im-
these
that's
years,
probably
but
an
hey, this is
imperm.
the same year that Ubel's been at the top tables too.
He wouldn't have set that in the fortress column if it wasn't an imperm.
Now, I don't know. I think because we are not able to set any.
What is he talking about? He can set cards now. It's a whole different turn.
Cards, the limitation kind of comes in where you're not going to have spells and traps to disrupt, a following turn. So you're kind of a bit of an open book now.
A little bit. Unfortunately, the penance that you have to pay in order to play this powerful deck is that you cannot defend yourself.
See, because
You
he
just
tries
make
to,
big
he can't
cards
imperm
and
anyway.
go.
Because if you make something new, you can't respond.
Back into Ancient Gear Ballistas.
You can't target it.
Oh, no infinite permanence. It was summoned this turn. So unfortunately, the fortress says no.
You
Illegal
cannot.
activation.
He should have impermed something just to turn it off.
Targeting. No targeting.
Uh-oh, Mert just sort of beside himself again. It is a difficult deck to play in, and maybe this is how Corbin's gotten through, just showcasing decks that people didn't study when they had to do their Duel Academy homework.
So we are going to zero out that Axis Code Talker. That's just a zero out, like zero attack and defense, and you get to destroy a card you control.
Why have the judges not been? How come the life hasn't been updated at all? Because damage has been dealt.
I mean, Corbin is showing his creativity, and I've been a little speechless.
So he swung at the Snake Eye. He swung at Ancient Gear. I'm like, where's the damage?
Favorites that you latch onto, eventually, just like Fashion, it comes back in style. And here, we might see somebody go all the way with Ancient Gear.
Destroy this and zero that out.
So we are zeroing out the Axis Code Talker. We're going to destroy the Gear Town. Gear Town is going to attempt to summon out.
And what's crazy about it is that the princess can't respond to the summon because they usually have effects, and you can't destroy them.
That is going to be Ancient Gear Tank.
It looks like we're summoning out. Oh no, it's back.
Man, welcome back to the field.
What?
He's back.
He's back.
Malphys?
Yeah.
How the hell does that work? What? Excuse me? How the hell did that come back?
That's going to be very painful. That's at least 4,500.
Do I just not know what my cards
We're
do?
going for big damage, and big damage, we get Ancient Gear taking game
What an eruption of applause there.
Oh my god, are you serious? I never seen that before.
Again, Corbin taking game one with Ancient Gear. The crowd loves it.
Here's the thing. I think Mert's going to have
I didn't even notice that about Tanker's effect.
cards to read
So,
after this game.
This card is normal special summon. You can
goodness, the
special
cat's out of
summon
the
an
bag, though.
Ancient
So
Gear
true.
monster from your
What do you do
hand,
against
except
it?
Tanker,
That's
ignoring
true. I
its
don't know
summoning
that I know what I'm
conditions.
doing.
Or if your opponent controls
It's
a
so
monster,
cool
you
to be
can
able to see,
special
again, this
summon it
powerful fan favorite
from
cards
the
really
graveyard
showcasing
instead.
just
That's
how
why
far
he was
Ancient
able
Gear's
to
come, but the
reborn
general
Chaos
game plan
Giant.
is still there.
This is why you read your cards, Yu-Gi-Oh players. Holy shit. That just made the
Get
deck
to the battle phase
so much
and
better in my
punch.
brain. Oh my
just
god.
the
So
amount of
literally,
walkout. I
literally
mean, if you
Catapult
like to
is the
say
best card.
objection or
No,
to
Tanker
your
is literally the
opponent,
best
this
card in the
has
entire
to be
deck.
the deck to do it.
That's
Oh, I want
crazy.
to activate my impermanence. Oh, no, you can't target my card. Oh, I want to respond to your summon. Oh, no, you can't. You can't respond to any of my normal summons. I just like saying no to everything that you have in your hand. What if you have 3 or 4 disruptions in the hand? Oh, no, you can't activate any of those. You just have to play as is.
If it wasn't for the
Such an
fortresses,
incredible
I
way
would
to
probably
block
try
out
this
your
deck
opponent
at
so many
a
effects.
regional,
And
like
I
once
think
this is
Bert's going to be
over.
under the
But
pressure
like,
now. Do I choose to go
God,
first, or do I
man.
choose to go second?
I'll probably wait for the
Kind
hype
of
to cool
shaking
down
his
a
deck
little
box
bit to
there, but
bring
again,
it
he's
back.
taking a look at the side deck card, just
Because
thinking,
now everybody's
okay,
gonna
Lil
pay
Roger said,
attention
I'm
to it
gonna do
right
this.
now.
I've got that.
Yeah, I'm definitely ready to side against Ancient Gear. I definitely prepared my side deck for Ancient Gear of all decks. This is you can see it's like I don't know what's going on exactly. Okay, well I know there are some very powerful monsters that
I want to
affected by
sit in
spells
one of those
and traps,
Yu-Gi-Oh
so
chairs
into
so
the
bad,
impermanence
man.
droplet, they might
Oh my
not
God.
save me this time around. And what do you do?
Can you imagine it is 2024 and you're like, I'm going to put infinite impermanence in my side deck. That sounds like a good idea. Let me take this out of the main deck and put it in the side deck.
Yeah, these cards aren't.
Well, I mean, granted,
Do I
you're.
go first or do I go second?
I get that, but it's like
fusion.
you don't see Fortress every single time.
Do I play Dimension Barrier? Is that the right call for me?
Shaking his head just a little.
But that's the crazy part. You could D-barrier, call fusion,
But there, maybe
but they
not
can
as
still,
certain on
the
side
Ancient
deck
Gears can
choices as
still
he
kill
thought.
you with just their regular
A little
monsters.
bit of a spell trap removal.
Because you make one of your guys 0, you're gonna get hit for 3k
Spell
at
trap removal.
least 3k. And to make it worse, if you have
Something that
Tanker,
you either run
you
it or
can pop
don't.
a card,
Corbin feeling pretty confident here.
boost everything by
Happy, so,
800.
Well, I'm probably gonna be going second again, maybe, or
No, Snake Eyes dude is definitely gonna go first. They don't,
I'm gonna be treated like
they
a
don't
10
care.
pie player where,
He doesn't
okay,
understand that
I'm
it's a
going
going
first,
second deck.
but
You
maybe I
make
got
him
something
go
else in
first.
my
He's
sleeve.
not gonna be able to make
Who
a
knows?
crazy board.
You've got to have a game plan, though, for going first. You have to know if you're going to scare somebody with a battle
for some
phase
reason,
back,
like these super heavy combo decks that just want to make a board that negates. It's like, I swear, they're just afraid to break a board. I'm like, bro, like, this is a going second deck. If you
He's like, I'm ready for any kind
break
of
my weak board, I have to go second. There's nothing I can do going first. But then I guess I understand because it's like, I don't know what this deck completely does. So what if I risk going second and they put up a board that I can't break for some reason? Because if you think about it, like, having
first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX to the
being able to fusion summon with
World Championship qualifiers.
You being able to fusion summon with duel during their turn under Fortress makes it unaffected. He's like, help me.
Just help me. Pointing at this guy.
This guy? What is he doing?
What is he doing? Oh, it's just absolutely
These judges are like, I'm
incredible.
over
Again,
it.
the crowd certainly happy to.
I was trying to see if I could see me in the crowd because I walked up at some point during this match because I see my guys from TNLG on the right side of the screen.
I don't know if they're going to be able to.
Someone told me in the crowd, like in the match there, they're like, there's someone playing Ancient Gears, bro. And I was like, I gotta see. I was like, I had to get there. I had to see it. I think I showed up like midway
All right, now
through
here's
this
the big
game.
moment. Is he going first or second?
Vern is going first. Vern is going first. Will he?
He's going first. Big mistake, bro. You should have just said, I'm going to go second.
Kind of field. Maybe
Oh, I like that.
this
The
time
little
around, if he
three
does
and
go for
then
the same end field,
that was kind of cool.
perhaps he's going to choose
I
the
like
draw
that.
phase, summon out.
All right, come on. Let's see what's in the hand. What's in the hand, Mr. Corbin? Let's see what's in the hand, Corbin.
Earlier, or rather, just try to
Stop shuffling him. I want to see.
Mechanical Hound in the hand
It must be
effects
good because he's
getting
not
rid
staring
of
at
the
it long enough to
sequence,
think about his combo. He's just like, oh, my hand's good.
Desiree
My hand is.
key negate that.
But it's the exact same cards that he broke it with last
the,
time.
The Fortress.
Now, I wonder if that was a really deliberate
Snake Eye
decision
Ash.
in the main deck to be like, I am going to be.
I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I kind of want to fast forward through the Snake Eye combo.
These Feindsmith decks. It's like.
Because
Wins.
I better get ready. Mertez sort of carefully crafted his deck and acted.
Oh,
Angel of Blue Tears.
it was a different dimension crown. Will that be enough, though?
It's your deck.
Both duelists, by the way.
Different Dimension Ground.
Feindsmith out.
I just won.
Angel of Blue Tears. What a crazy card.
Yeah. Big misplay by me, bro.
Mert not exactly happy with himself there. Maybe had a different route. We talked about this too. While people are playing some decks and cards in common, there's a lot of different directions to go, and so this choose your own adventure.
Sorry if it
Story
messes
is up
up.
to
You
as
know,
a
I was
duelist
fast
to figure
forwarding,
out
so I was
how it
trying to
ends. And
catch
you have
up.
to be careful with what it is you decide to play.
You're sending.
All right, let's. Well, even if you do make a little misstep, you gotta work with what you got.
Different Dimension Ground, though. That's kind of interesting.
Okay.
I guess you don't mind risk banishing your own stuff.
Effective Requiem. Requiem's gonna summon out Feindsmith Engraver. I mean, there's still a lot of options here. Let's be real.
Yeah,
There's a
he
lot of
still
different
has
things he can play,
a
and
crazy amount of
You got to
plays.
make sure not to play on tilt. It is true that with a tournament as long as this, and maybe you're going to make a misstep with so many different duels, but you got to pick yourself back and just make the best possible board you can from here.
And if it's any deck that can pivot around their own players, Feindsmith definitely can do that, and same with Snake Eye, and you've got both.
Yeah, you can make mistakes with that deck and still make a strong fucking board. It's like unreal how powerful these decks
Here
are.
comes the Desiree.
Yep.
Desiree again.
2 Engravers, and the Lacrima, Feindsmith Desiree.
I just wish I could just see his hand. But, oh my god, I never realized that about Tankard, where you can special one out the grave, ignoring summon conditions if they have a monster. I'm just like, I'm like, that's crazy.
2 material Appaloosa.
And it can't be destroyed by battle, at least while it's co-linked with that Nightmare
So could you
Phoenix.
play something like
So maybe that's
Extra
the answer, right?
Foolish
I'm just gonna have some
Burial, where you dump an extra deck monster to the grave by paying half your life, and because he says ignoring summoning conditions, even though it was never properly summoned, could you still be able to bring it out? What if you just dumped it, summoned it? It was like, battle.
Sequence is still in the graveyard and not...
Because it does say must be fusion summoned, but since you're ignoring summoning cons, that's so crazy. So losing a fortress, a Desires.
Let's go ahead and finish the top.
I haven't played Desires in Ancient Gears in forever. Ever since I drew 2 Desires off of it, I was like, no.
We got to resolve the other half of it as well, the Pot of Greed phase, to draw 2.
Activate advance to search for Ancient Gear Fortress.
We're gonna activate advance.
You don't have to. You don't have to say it.
Did Corbin even look at the card? Banished?
Well, maybe not. Maybe he's just that brave.
I mean, what if they're all banished? Gotta be very careful. I mean, you still have to search for a card, but that's not a card you can declare at that point. But hey, here we
He's
go.
calling his shots. He knows what he wants.
He has one in his
I want my
hand.
Fortress, and Fortress is gonna start locking plays out. You know, that protection from Fortress, like, yeah, it's 1 turn.
He doesn't have another one. He banished the other one.
1 per no turn, they're summoned.
Oh, he does have it.
To really interact with my cards. And we still have it. We have the Ancient Gear Fortress. That
I don't know why he
card is
declared
just
a fortress so
incredible.
fast. I'm like, no, you just get
It
that. You just add one, man. Like, don't declare it that quick. As you tell him, he's like, oh god, he's grabbing that
gets,
thing.
like, branded lost. It
That's
just
right.
feels like
That's
we just
right.
minimize the interaction available.
Well, minimizing interaction is exactly what's happening here as the Ancient Gear Fortress plants itself
Negate
on
the
the
2
map.
face-ups. That's why he added the other one to bait it. I activated another one.
Ancient Gear Fortress. You are not getting through.
That was a very clean way to out that.
The crowd is loving
Catapult
every minute of it. We
again?
hope you are
Oh my
cheering at home.
We're going to destroy one of those
You
Ancient
hit
Gear
the one
Fortress.
that's
When this card is
negated.
destroyed in the spell trap, so special summon.
And then you can special one from your hand or grave. That is...
Ancient Gear monster from your hand or graveyard. Also, you cannot special summon monster for the rest of the turn except for Ancient Gear. So we're locked into Ancient Gear monsters now.
Oh, what a big problem for Corbin to have.
Oh no, my entire deck is Ancient Gear for some reason.
Oh no, my entire
All right,
deck
so searching
is
the deck now
Ancient
for
Gears
which
for
card we're
some
gonna bring out
reason.
next.
Oh no, I'm locked into them, but that's all I can do.
What do I need?
Who have we
What
launched
do
from the
you do
catapult?
here? You got him. He's dead, bro.
Oh, no. I'm just specialing.
We're special summoning
Yeah, get Dark Golem.
right
Add
now.
a fusion.
I think I saw
Literally
the Ancient
add
Gear Commander there at
fusion.
the ready.
Add something else.
I mean, it is one of the
Because
best
you just
monsters to summon.
activate.
Absolutely.
There's no way he's gonna
I've not
activate
already.
different dimension ground on the summon a golem. There's no way.
No normal summon yet.
Tanker.
We're gonna summon a
Tanker.
All right.
And you're gonna be like chain link one tanker, chain link 2 fortress.
Looks like we ended up choosing a different card here. So again, Ancient Gear Tanker, we've talked around a little bit, but if it is normal or special, something get a special from another Ancient Gear monster from your hand, except Ancient Gear Tanker.
I guess he wanted the tanker because he had the golem. But why not tanker,
Ignoring its summon conditions.
fortress?
Your opponent controls a
Then you would've
monster,
got like
could
3
choose
bodies
one
on
from your
for it.
graveyard instead.
And we're
He's
gonna
got a
go from Ancient
commander
Gear
in his hand as
Dark
well.
to Ancient Gear cards to hand.
Hey, but wait, there's more. He can also target a face-up card he controls and destroy it. And for the rest of the turn, all monster control that are Ancient Gear Golem or mentioned it gains 600 attack, making that kill a little easier, right? Just so many attack points that might be able to end this duel in a single battle phase.
This is incredible. Seeing Ancient Gears versus is one of the favorite decks out there, just duking it out.
This is a reminder for any duelist at home. Next time somebody tells you not to play a deck,
Yeah.
put this exact
It's too late.
duel on
You should have
and show
just
them
done it. You should have just
anything can
shotgunned it, bro.
Okay, so now we get the different dimension ground activated.
It's
so
too
we're
late now.
under essentially a dimension fissure for the
It's too
turn.
late.
It
It doesn't matter. He's set up.
to matter to Corbin.
He's
Or
set
would
up.
the dimensional
Normal
barrier
summon
have
Wyvern.
been the better choice.
Effect.
Well, it looks like the
add box, add another card, use fusion, use all your other things, make Chaos Giant with a golem, use commander. Well, I mean, I guess it does matter now because they're going to get banished.
Fusions, but this is just locking out of the graveyard, so we'll see which of those.
God, he has to keep reading the fortress.
Oh no, he banished one of the cards he wanted.
Oh, I guess he should have checked his pot of desires there, but he can make a different choice.
Add another fusion.
2 cards of any ancient to your name.
Just add another fusion. It's fine.
We got the ancient gear fusion. Okay.
I guess I can understand the desires to just draw 2 cards, but now here's the thing: are you gonna use your entire? Are you gonna make Chaos Giant?
Are we gonna go
because
for the 4?
I think so.
Desiree's effect is actually quite interesting. Desiree doesn't target on the game.
He plays 2 commander. Okay. And then the golem from field.
3 materials there. Oh, there's the 4th one.
I don't mind banishing all my cards. Here we go.
Not for a monster.
Your opponent cannot activate cards or effect in response to your ancient gear cards and effects.
And they can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects.
This will get back.
Look at banish.
Yeah, because the. Oh no, it's only monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be banished.
Yeah, it's only monsters.
Oh, there's a lot of damage here, but we still have IP Masquerade. I think we're going to attempt to clear off our own monster with IP Masquerade. Maybe put up that giant access code once again. We're trying everything to stay alive.
Like last turn.
Gotta do.
Yeah, but the thing is, he makes the access code, but he already has the 2 other bodies to make ballista to make it 0, so it doesn't matter.
They're going to try to interact with me. I'm already prepared. I'm 1 step ahead.
He might be. I mean, you have to get something on the board that can answer that. And speaking of time, we are sort of winding down again. This is game 2, and there's only about 6 minutes left on the clock. With a battle phase-based deck, there might be a photo finish. But going in now, looks like we're on to our next Link Summon.
We are trying to zero out some monsters here. So we're going to go to the Ancient Gear.
I would just save it, bro. Threaten to go to battle phase. And make him use the IP, make the access code, and be like, okay, continue main, catapult.
I mean, don't forget.
But he should just pop the advance because. Oh no, because it's just ground. Town will still go to the graveyard. That's hilarious.
We're attempting to leave main phase. Are we going to see the IP Masquerade activate?
This would be the one.
Bro, he lost. It's.
Yeah, 45.
45. You're gonna have to act. This is Force. This is a Force IP Masquerade right away. We're gonna take 3 monsters. We're gonna
the same ones.
As much as we can, or maybe take all 4. We can't technically take all 4. Still make the.
I wonder if he's asking, does it technically? I mean, yeah, it's equipped to the guy, so it leaves.
And depending on where you place it, you might be able to co-link it and therefore keep it from being destroyed by battle, even if it does get zeroed out. Although
they'll all be banished.
Full of a punch still.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He's gonna banish all those cards.
Absolutely.
They will not get back.
But if it does get zeroed out, that's a lot of battle damage still going through. You gotta be clear with your choices here. You gotta make it clear of what you're going for in terms of with your links up with that IP Masquerade.
Did he just accept the battle phase?
Are we attempting to use the IP?
Maybe the opponent had a response.
Ancient.
Oh my gosh, it's literally almost over. Can it stop messing up?
Gear.
Because
Giant. Chaos Ancient Gear Giant.
Those are good? Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good.
It's big numbers, so we are still going in?
I think those are going to get banished because that is from. You're still on DDG. We're going to go to Access Code Taco. That's going to be co-linked.
Oh, sorry. This
Yeah.
Because we co-linked to that. Yeah, you summon to the correct arrow because you can't just summon to some blank main monster zone.
Access Code Talker on the field, certainly a big monster.
So it cannot be just.
Oh my god, like, please, just play. It's almost over. That's crazy.
Destroyed by card effect. Oh, we're
Town.
going to play the Ancient Gear. We're going to target the Access Code Talker and use the Ballista effect, zeroing it out.
Yes, Reactor Dragon. Let's
So
go.
big numbers here. Maybe the fact that it can't be destroyed by battle will actually cut against him with multiple Ancient Gear monsters attacking the Access Code Talker.
Oh, another.
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
Ancient Gear card.
Destroys this guy. And
We're
that's
destroying our own copy of Ancient Gear Ballista. Nope. Oh, that's what destroyed it. So you're just talking about which card destroyed it? But we're going to battle. We're going to attack for 45.
Oh, here we
And
go.
attack for game.
Mechanized Melee takes it as Corbin advances through the tournament with Ancient Gear. Crowd just applauding a standing ovation.
I think I heard myself in the crowd.
This is insane. He practiced for this. He was ready for it. He knows the interaction, and he went with it. The winner of the feature match of round 7 goes to Corbin Diaz.
Breakout.
What the heck was the card he activated? I don't even know what that was. But anyway, guys, this is a long video for like no reason. So
because there's a new professor in town.
yeah,
Just
guys,
an
that was
incredible
insane.
performance there. And again,
Very
it
well
shows you
played. I
no
really hope he
format is
goes
solved.
far
There's
day
always going to be
2.
somebody with what you
But
might
even
call
if
as a
he
road
scrubs out
to
day
just
2,
advancing through
he
the
did a
format.
very good
Just
job, man, and did a
just
very
amazing.
impressive
This is unbelievable.
display on this
Yeah,
feature
it's
match. So
unbelievable.
shouts out to Corbin D for playing such a crazy good deck. But anyway, guys, this is gonna be your boy Trinity signing out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.